The Director General of Niger State Emergency Management Agency in SEMA, Alhaji Ibrahim Inga, says 14 persons have been certified dead from flooding in different parts of the state this year. Inga said the state was ranked second among those prone to flooding in the country and that 17 councils of the state's 25 have been affected by the prediction. Alhaji Inga also disclosed that the agency had identified 11 resettlement centers in 65 communities in the state and had also spent 762 million naira for emergency intervention response, risk reduction and preparedness on these settlements in the past 3 years. For more on this, we have with us in the studio former chairman, Nigeria Environmental Society, John Ekoko. John, good morning. Or good afternoon. It's good to have you join us right now.
Good afternoon.
This issues of flooding has been on and on and on. But it seems either the government or the people are helpless. What is really going on from there?
Yeah, whenever people lose their life, you want to commiserate, wish the dead RIP, wish the wounded speedy recovery, and wish everybody better understanding of these issues. Up till today, each time I read the news, I feel sad. I feel sad particularly because in Nigeria's case, it is more of man-made problem. We know there's flood in America, especially the USA. But you will see that it is mostly natural. We don't have typhoons here. We don't have monsoons. We don't have hurricanes. So what are we talking about? Now, let's look at the possible causes. About this time, the river Niger will be carrying large volume of water from its source in the Futajalon. And it will be overflowing its banks. Most of the dams, the Shiroro Dam, the Kainji Dam, the water will breach. We have a long notice. We can prepare against that. The dams are man-made. But no. There are warning levels. So, is that rocket science? Number two, we know that some areas are in the low-lying plains, maybe like 1 meter above sea level. So when the rain wants to come with sophisticated technology, you can predict the amount of the rainfall.
You know, someone jokingly said what we experience in this part of the world aren't natural disasters, but man-made.
Man-made, yes, I said that when I
And
started.
in cases like these, you even have NIMET predictions, like you rightly said.
To guide you.
But let's attempt to put this in the right
I'm
perspective.
still taking it one by one, but okay.
Please go ahead. But I just want us to look at the solution angle to all of
Yes,
this. In cases where there are no drainages, you
I was going to mention
perhaps, you know, blame the government for not doing its job. But we also saw in that footage, drainages are blocked by bottles, PET bottles and all of that. How do we, you know, build that kind of a standard of life for our people to be environment friendly?
Nifemi, right, that's your name. You know, I come here regularly to talk about these things. In fairness, it's just that I cannot keep quiet. It is saddening. It shows the value we put on people's life. Number one, okay, I've mentioned the waters of the Niger. I've mentioned the low-lying areas. We know them. Even Abeokuta here was not spared, right? Number three, in slum dwellings, there is little or no planning. The people that build, if the roof does not prevent the water from sinking down, even the building itself, you know, the way they are built together, it does not give the water a course to follow. When you even prepare some basic drains, people put litter, put waste, and block the drain. Are you with me? Unfortunately also, I said it before, there is what you call climate sensitive habitation. Most of these people that are dying. Look at the type of accommodation they live in. Look at the type of accommodation they live in. The man in is it Yobe or said that they live in the mud houses. You saw the mud houses. How resistant is that to flood? How resistant is it? So, you see, one, the people, their waste disposal pattern is still very much a problem. It is actually exacerbating the flood issue. Then the last one also is this issue of flash floods. The Niger State issue was one of flash floods. You know, both intensity and the duration. If it exceeds, then yes, that is a problem to be managed at that point in time. And don't forget that apart from the flooding the way you see it, is the attendant diseases, cholera and all that that it carries along.
All right.
So
we know there are ecological.
The man in is it Yobe or said that they live in the mud houses. You saw the mud houses. How resistant is that to flood? How resistant is it? So, you see, one, the people, their waste disposal pattern is still very much a problem. It is actually exacerbating the flood issue. Then the last one also is this issue of flash floods. The Niger State issue was one of flash floods. You know, both intensity and the duration. If it exceeds, then yes, that is a problem to be managed at that point in time. And don't forget that apart from the flooding the way you see it, is the attendant diseases, cholera and all that that it carries along.
All right.
So
we know there are ecological funds. We hope that somehow the state will access these funds to help remedy the situation there.
They have to resettle most of those people.
Those people.
The type of settlement has to be replanned.
All right. We have to leave you here now because of time. John Ekoko, former chairman, Nigeria Environmental Society, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Glad to have you.